I'm on this kick right now. Check this shit out. Why do we have to keep coming back? And when I say why do we have to keep coming back, what I'm really talking about is us white brotherhoods out here. We understand a few things about why we're back, deja vu, cyclical nature of a simulation because of what happened. But remember, what happened isn't the problem, it's we've already been to the future. And at the end of the future is the problem because of boredom. So why do we come back? Probably because of boredom. And then Celine Dion says in some song out here in her little world, we're always saved like this. But all of Hollywood just cries about the same fucking thing. Still having to do the same fucking thing. So, the question that I am postulating to the universe right now, and all you scientific fags, why does the simulation continue to bring us back right here? And if you see the linear timeline that we're in right now, and how I talked about how the sun could possibly be a projector, and you're just on one little ray of the sun, what happened to all these other possibilities that are out here? All these different rays of the sun, all these different movies that could possibly be playing at a different frequency, maybe a different color, maybe a different Marco tone, maybe a different collective thought energy. Why do we keep coming back here? Now let me explain that further. Let me explain the question a little further. Why are we not in ancient Egypt running that timeline? Why are we not in Atlantis running that timeline? Possibly made up. Why are we not in Tartaria running that timeline? Why did Crowley, Aleister Crowley, his fake ass name, why did he, a name that he gave himself, I still have my government name, everybody calm down. Why are we back? Why did he talk about a new aeon? Now, if we understand simulation theory, what could a new aeon possibly mean within the understanding and knowing, the Gnostic knowing? What the fuck? He could have been on something with AWAS, and the AI was talking to him. Well, if AI was talking to him, AI, the little AWAS, would have had to been from the future, like what I talk about was possibly me. Let me show you, little guy. Just because I have a tattoo, remember. Okay. Look in the pupil, you little fucks. Anyways, if we're from the future, if postulation, if quotations around the if, because that's where we're going, I don't see us going that way unless something happens, because you don't live life in reverse. Then I would be talking backwards. But if I'm watching myself from the future, technically I'm talking backwards. Because I would have to say all of this, but if he's looking that way and not looking this way, I'm saying shit backwards to him. So what's he going to say when I get to him, or will I ever touch him? Is that your Ouroboros? Okay? Yeah, these are cold-blooded truths, but it's a postulation. It's a thing I have to figure out. Because I think that's the question that you're asking me, but I already know the fucking answer because I told you in the beginning, boredom. Yeah, I got 5% left. If it turns off, it turns the fuck off. I'll go plug it back in. It's not a Tesla, right? Oh, you gotta plug them in too. Well, it's not a sun. You don't have to plug it in. Okay, great. Why are we back? In simulation theory, if simulation theory proves heaven is real, if simulation theory can prove we don't live in reverse because energy is in constant motion, that's a law. It cannot, unless acted upon by another force, right? Well, where's the force coming from if you're not being pulled towards the future? Why does everybody get old all the time and not younger? So when you get to a certain point in time, like the White Brotherhood and some of Hollywood understands, why do you go back to being a little kid or your seed? Because probably that's the cycle or the wheel that I talk about. Why do we have to be on that wheel? Or you look at it in linear time, why do we have to be on that ray of light? I don't know, guys, you gotta help me out. You can't answer that because I don't think that you can think outside of this time and what you're programmed for. I can answer that, and I already did. I told you it's boredom. So what I'm trying to tell you right now is entertainers acting stupid and contagious and COVID. Where did that come from? Who is it for? Why is that about? What is it about? Well, the why is it about is because of Hollywood. Okay, now we cleared that up. Hollywood runs the politics, now we know that. Hollywood has all the money. Hollywood has all the Scientology to understand all of the intel that I'm talking to you, so don't act like you're fucking stupid. You got people from the day ahead coding for the 4 a.m. emails, for the news to code all the goyim and the slaves. Okay? I'm none of that. I'm from a different hierarchy, like way the fuck up here where Pharaoh is, but I'm like above him because I was already that. I'm the distillate of a fucking Pharaoh. Okay? All of them. So, when I asked you about timelines and high tech, I'm still sandbagging right now because I'm only allowed to say so much on national motherfucking YouTube. I'm postulating a fucking question that I already know the answer to, so it's kind of rhetorical to me, not you. Think about this shit. Could there possibly be an archangel? Could there possibly be devas? Could there possibly be bullshit? Fuck you. See, that's an AI. Anyways, that's who you sell out to. And if you understand what Latinum is, your light activated DNA memory and what can code it and predictive programming and all this other fucking helter skelter motherfucking MK Ultra bullshit out there. Okay? All it is a control program because they know or they think that it is a head chases the tail situation. They're going to get old, they're going to go back to being a little kid, and they're going to get to live that life all over again because, hey, it ain't half bad. They're the ones at the top of the food chain. They're the ones that are always at the top of the motherfucking food chain. Every goddamn time we're in this time in time. Always thinking that you're above me, though. No. I hate to tell you. Anyways, so if what they want and the sacrifices and the movements that they make all through time, if every motherfucking raindrop is exactly in the same spot as all the other ones in time are throughout time, is that not the same fucking raindrop? I seen him shoot down that one. I shot a satellite down that blew somebody's fucking circuit. Real shit just happened. Lucifer just fell from heaven when I postulated that question. Why does it always have to be him? And then why is it always me that's got to be here getting my ass kicked? Like I won't. The pen is sharper than the sword, your ass. But the tongue is sharper than the pen, because at least I'll fucking say it and I don't have to email it to you. I can't snail mail it no more. People don't think that slow. They used to. They could hold a conversation for a few fucking months. They didn't need the news to keep reminding you what the fuck was going on when it ain't even going on. Anyways, same shit that we did last time. We got to run the program out to distillate something. We got a great awakening everybody who is already the fuck awake. Or I got to sit here and prove how I will MIT the savants at Savant. Okay? Y'all a bunch of little fags too. Sitting in there trying to impress all the other math teachers that didn't know a fucking thing. That's why they're a math teacher. Anyways. So, because when I come with pi plus phi equals latinum and they had no fucking clue that you had the Pythagorean in it, and that's like 4th grade math. And y'all get fucking awards for what? The only thing y'all get awards for is because you know the fucking scientific language of math. That's it. It's fucking annoying to me. I can count to 10, bitches, and then I got a calculator that goes, yep, clock, that's what this is. Okay, so that's what your computers do. I must have built them too, because if you look the fuck up, if I did, then that proves I built all of everything that you have been using in the past ever. Now, it's a beautiful mind, really, to think that way. I miss my Gwen. I don't know why the fuck you keep her from me. It's annoying, especially after I've been through all of this bullshit. Just to prove to you again who the fuck you already knew I was. Why do I ever give a fuck if everyone knows who the fuck I am, if I always have to come back and do this when not everyone knows who the fuck I am? If the point of me is to disappear, why the fuck am I appearing right now? Pentagon, wake the fuck up, man. I'm putting this shit on YouTube. That means I'm putting y'all's ass on full blast, because someone's got to be in charge of the fucking computers. That means when I asked you who could or who couldn't count the votes, because we had the same problem last time, and I'm not talking about when Trump came in. Okay, I'm talking about the last time we ran this program. Meaning, the last time I lived my whole fucking life, came back to being a little kid like the cycle does, and then I grew up to being me at 36 and a half years again, and where I ask you right now in time, right the fuck now, whatever time it is, I don't know what time it is, tonight is what time it is. It's roughly 10-ish, 11-ish, 12-ish. I don't do time like y'all do. Y'all do time for fucking business reasons. It's dark outside. It'll get light in a bit. Let me check the barometer and I'll tell you what time it really is. Oh, that's right, I'm inside. I can't do that right now. Anyways, it's a hidden time in time. You don't know what fucking timeline I'm on. You don't know if I CERNed or Fermi Labbed, created one in my fucking bedroom in here, and I'm jumping timelines. I could be pulling information from other timelines like I'm giving you at the moment, so that you can do it and act like you're fucking smart. But like I'm doing at the time, about timelines, about way back, focus 15, about way forward, focus 21, about how I keep focus 12 and pointing Pentagon out, because that shit's happening right now. Well, the voice of skull shit got old, man. I told you to turn it the fuck off, but you don't listen. I'm not a motherfucking targeted individual. I'm a whole different breed, dude. Anyways, why are we back? If this is what the fuck I have to do every time, why the fuck are you back? There has to be a point in the future when you died and come back. And if you didn't live your life backwards, that means some catastrophic event in the future happens. So maybe that's the catastrophic event in the future that I'm trying to not allow happen. And maybe you dense motherfuckers at the Pentagon can't see it because you don't have the motherfucking X-Men superpowers that I do. Sorry. So, I'm asking you, if boredom is the only possibility that I could find, if everything is perfect, that is the only answer to your equation that you asked me to figure the fuck out before you told me that you was gonna kill my Uncle Mark and then did it, but then I had to come and remind you, wait a minute, pause for effect, there is no death. That's a rule of thermodynamics too. But in simulation theory, some of that shit makes sense. Just like you have an iPad, just like this one that I'm speaking to, that proves that I've already made every fucking movement exactly the same as the time in space iPad that you have. That's what you are working off of. That's why you need me to confirm this. This is why you couldn't count the votes. This is why Sirius hasn't paid the fucking invoice. And this is why you have been torturing the fuck out of me to try to get some kind of information about a timeline. You don't understand. When I said I wasn't your kind, I'm not talking about a fucking musics. Okay? Why do you need me to be here? Then why are you trying to target individual me with my own technology? Answer that one. And then when I told you to stop, when I asked you to show the fuck up, you didn't. Because you are a bunch of little soy boys in the background thinking you're fucking tough with your brass on your collar. Or over here with your fucking medals and shit. Guess what? That's all fake to me. Because you did the same thing last time. So to me, it's just you running a motherfucking program. Then you want to hit me with a Matrix movie. I will Matrix the motherfucking Matrix. You've lost your fucking minds. If the only answer is boredom on any fucking timeline in the future, and your singularity that you are looking for inside of the blockchain technology, inside of the simulation theory, inside of the Georgia Guidestones proves what the fuck you're trying to do. All the other timelines that I've already proven to you, if war is taken out of the equation and old men aren't allowed to play with their bored ass, fuck ass, small ass dicks called money because they can't get the real ones up anymore, So the only thing they can do is be salty and sad at the life that they coulda, shoulda, woulda done. So now they're gonna pick on everybody else because that's what the fuck they think everybody else is doing. Well, first of all, it's not 1950, it's not 1960, 70, or 80, or 90, or 2000. Why the fuck it takes 20 years to win a fucking war? That's a business. So, when I came around, same shit's happening. Same. So when I came around and I asked you, fine sirs and ladies, at the most